Okay, so before all these fancy schmancy mods and craziness with the explosions, we would stick to more simplistic settings, all right? You know, back in my day, we didn't have no freaking kings that exploded in a radius of 30 by 30. Sorry, weird intro, but this is classic settings here for community games. We've got Hideout, a map that most people know pretty well, I'm sure. And then we've got Sudden Death. And with Sudden Death, you don't have kings, but you've got your town centers. Your town centers are your life. And if you lose your town center, you're defeated. Of course, that means you then need to destroy other people's TCs. And also, something we don't have here is diplomacy. Now, they could maybe try. They could talk to each other. Johnny Sins here. He's going to talk to hold the boar. They're all going to say good luck, have fun before they destroy each other. But they can't actually ally. Okay? They're enemies. Always. And there's no way to change that. So we've got, in the gray, we've got Cornbread Crusader playing as the Teutons. In the purple, we have Johnny Sins playing as the Italians. In the teal, we've got Pickled Cabbage playing as the Way. In the yellow, we have Guardians of Yuna playing as the Franks. In the orange, we have LC River playing as the Bengalis. In the green, we have Na the Spike playing as the Ethiopians. In the blue, we have Hold the Boar playing as the Armenians. And then last but not least, and building a very snug lumber camp here, is Siverios here, playing as the Tatars. So none of these civs immediately jump out to me as elite when it comes to Sudden Death. Civs that they would have loved to random into here would be civs that have extra HP on their town centers, right? So Byzantines is one for that reason. Persians is another one. So those civs are not here. So I guess that makes it even. Beyond that, I typically think civilizations that get bomber cannon are really good. So there are a couple of those. Ethiopians could be quite nice for that reason. Italians could be decent. Teutons could be good there. Franks actually get bomber cannon as well. Franks also have the cheap castles, which could be nice. But all these civs pretty strong. I would say if there's one civ that I'd struggle with the most, it might be Hold the Boar civ. Because the Armenians don't have bomber cannon. They don't have very good rams. So the siege aspect could be tricky. But they also do get a free relic from their monastery. So that could be nice. I'm noticing a little bit of stutter here. Is chat picking up on that? I see chat seems to be very informed on films, from what I've gathered. But it seems like there's a little bit of lag. So maybe one person here will be killed because of their lag. I don't know who that would be. It seems to come in and out, and if that gets worse, they might talk about it and decide to kill that person. But we've got some time to chill. So, but yeah, Armenians could just go like champs and rams. It could be really strong. But one of my favorite things about this map, guys, is the potential to onager cut through the middle. That's how you can access everyone. And that's how a lot of experienced players play. But I don't know how much experience there is, because experience comes through watching. And I have not done this in, like, at least a year. So I'd say, I mean, many of these players in this game I do recognize as being around for years, but if that's not relevant knowledge they have right now, maybe they won't really be thinking about it. But yeah, dude, the stutter here. Somebody's got a bit of a... someone's mice are not on the wheel near their PC. So usually this will be discussed at some point. And I'm not advocating that you kill the lagger. I think that's mean. I think people who lag deserve to stay in games as well. But I'm just saying that I used to play in games where people would have the rule kill the lagger. Not that I would partake in this. I would never. I would never. And that it would actually somewhat make sense if the lag were to stop, if that person died, for them to potentially consider the kill the lagger rule. All right? Well, I'm just saying, I was there, okay? Johnny Sin says, "Hi, Teal, we are neighbors. Can you help me?" And Scout goes down there for orange. And Teal just laughs. Green says, "Yes, I am Teal." Green says, "No, I am not colorblind." And everyone's having a good time. What, is there some plumbing that needs to be attended to? Johnny Sins could maybe help with? I'm not... That's a name I've never heard of before, actually. Never heard of that name. Very interesting name. Who would name themselves that? Very weird. So, we got time, guys. Q&A with chat. Never know when mom might be watching the stream, you know? So, gotta be a little bit aware of that. Zero, what's up? Thank you for the 20 months. And Johnny says, I don't get the joke, honestly. This joke is not funny to me because I just don't get the context. Johnny says, I wanted to be a doctor growing up, then an astronaut, then a plumber. So I became Johnny Who Sins. Okay, very weird. Really wish I understood this. All right. T90, will you do T90 trolls again sometime? It's possible. I have a lot on my plate and a lot on the schedule. That is gonna hold me back from mixing that back in. But maybe. Last time we did it was a while ago now, but I had a lot of fun. I have quite a few things I still need to do from the sub goals, and I have 2 different announcements next week that are coming, content related, so we'll see how it goes. T90, tell us about your experience partnering with Dark. Oof, that wasn't really a question. That was kind of open-ended. I mean, it's been really fun, man. I initially wasn't going to play the tournament because the people I wanted to team with were teamed with others, teamed with their, like, clan members. And, I wanted to just chill. Competing in high-level AoE is not very relaxing, and if I do play, I need to... I can't just play and not care, you know? I need to put some effort and energy in, and so I didn't really want to do that. But then Dark asked me out of the blue. Also, here, speaking of blue, we've got some blue militia here. And I was like, Dark is an incredible player. If he asks me, I'd be a fool to say no. And he also put no pressure. He's like, we just want to have fun, whatever. And, yeah, so I obviously said yes. And playing with him has been great. Obviously, so now we've got some expectations. We win the first round. It's like, okay, we beat some 2K2, 2K3 players. Still a good result. But we beat Miguel and Kingston. Again, Miguel and Kingston were part of the... They were second place in the 3v3 event. Granted, they were teamed with Dogal, but still. They were, on paper, the most accomplished team in the whole bracket. So, now we've got some expectations to take it further. So, we'll see. I've had fun. I've had fun. It feels really good to strategize and have the strategies pan out. I played far from perfect, but the game plan is essentially to set up your teammate. That's something I do a really good job at. I don't want to be top scorer in any of the games. I don't care about chat, what you guys think of me. I want to win. So we went into that as Gray is killing a villager here from Orange. And I told Dark, I'm like, if I have 2 armies from their side in my base every game, good. That's what I want. I'm just setting you up, bro. I don't care about me. The more they attack me, the better. And in some of those games, that's happened. So you can't always plan it out that way, but that's how it went sometimes. And we had some good practice. I will tell you, is Blue about to go longswords? You can go longsword in Feudal Age with Blue. Blue might attack green and try and take out the TC now. It'd be very early. Orange is having a really rough time with scouts inside the base here. But Dark's idea was to train. He was like, hey, we should do some practice sessions. So I said, sure, I can do one practice session. And you know who he decided to have us practice with? Was freaking Classic Pro and Vinchester. Who, in my opinion, I think they're going to go into the finals of Gold League. They're so good. So anyways, I'm like, really, bro? Vinchester Classic Pro? Like, and we played 5 games, and we lost 0-5. And after that series, I felt horrible. I just felt like a sack of crap. But once I got over that feeling of being a sack of crap, compared to those players, we did learn some things strategically. And that information helps. So Green's probably not very happy with this. Green's probably also like, why is he here? This is feudal age. This doesn't make any sense. But this is sudden death. This isn't casual death. This is sudden death. And Hold the Boar is in a nice position to potentially push Green. Green is not going to be happy with this. Remember, you cannot build a second TC in sudden death. So you must stay on one TC. And if you lose that TC, you're defeated. But I just don't think Blue's going to take out this TC with Man-at-Arms. This would have to be longswords with armor. And maybe some siege. But Green's going to need to maybe make some army here. But he's Armenian, so he could go longsword now. Like, he could actually defeat this guy. And if you defeat someone early, then that's someone on the side of you don't have to worry about later on, so. The matches I'm talking about, well, I would suggest T-West. He's the host, and he casted the sets I'm talking about. I think Ornlu did as well. But yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been fun. We'll see how it goes. There's not a lot of prize pool in Silver League, which is a shame because the teams are so good. But it's not about that as much as it is experience, and probably not going to train from here, but it's been fun. And it's nice to... It boosts some confidence a little bit for me as a player. Adds to the content for me. And it's cool to see so many people in chat be interested and want to support. It's also amazing when people say, oh, Dark is carrying T90. Without Dark, they'd be nowhere. I mean, that might be partially true. But again, some of these strats are designed around setting up Dark. And I'm sacrificing myself for the team. That seems to be forgotten at times. Man, Blue, you're crazy. Blue, I want to talk stories. And Blue is just going absolutely ham here. Green got into a community game, got excited, got happy, texted his friends and said, hey, I finally got in one. Watch me beast. And he's just being completely eaten alive. Green cannot handle this right now. Green's going to drop a castle. But Green, you need to garrison your town center right now. Otherwise, you're not going to protect the vills. You have... Oh, God! Red is in Blue's base! And Red is building a siege workshop on Blue's face. Oh, my God, Red! You're getting a taste of your... Or Blue, you're getting a taste of your own medicine right now. What the... Holy aggression, Batman. Oh, man. Well, this might save Green. In fact, this probably will save Green because Blue's army will be cooked by the castle. The TC will stay up. And... Blue might not be able to survive this. This is a lot of knights. The siege workshop is up now. Red might be better off backing away from the town center. But wow, man. Kind of unfortunate for Blue. No one else seems to be attacking in Castle Age, right? Everyone else is just kind of relaxing. So Blue's aggressive and ends up next to another player that's aggressive. Yeah, Green should be fine. Obviously, this puts Green behind. But Green isn't going to die or anything. It's definitely a pretty hefty flesh wound, but it is just a flesh wound after all. Honestly, I think Blue will survive this, though. Blue's got pikemen now. And will kill the forward Vil. The knights are all fairly weak. Now, Blue's economy is in shambles, so he might not be able to produce that many more pikemen, but it might be enough, actually, to kill this. Teal currently has the Vil lead for those wondering. Has the castle up. Now, they get Vils for every eco upgrade, so it does make sense that they would be able to pass everyone else with Vils on one TC. Yeah, and Blue kind of defends. Damn. Chat, how come every time I actually want to talk about something, then there's action where I have to pull away from that discussion? But then every time where I'm like, well, you know what? I'm kind of out of things to talk about. It'd be really nice if these players were to actually attack right now. Nothing ever happens. I feel like that's the way it is. But I could be wrong. Vil count. Green's at 23. Blue's at 16, though. So Blue is in a really tough position. But Blue will take down the Siege Workshop. Blue will take down the Ram. And red will have to come back another time. So... Ooh, this is smart from red, though. An extra layer of walls behind the Palisades is really smart thinking. Yellow now on the way to Imp. And maybe yellow will be thinking about onagers. If you onager cut through the trees, you can get right to the opponent's town centers and bypass these walls. That's the way the pro players play on Hideout. And purple has been building some outposts around on both sides, which is pretty smart. And is also stonewalling this too. Says, hi, am I missing something? Don't know who purple's talking to. This could just be everybody. I wanted to see, what do the relics look like? Wow, okay, so there's not actually many relics collected. I mean, anything you can do to get more gold than the opponent is nice. Looks like some of those relics are over here. Kind of a shame that blue didn't just go Castle Age, because blue could have a free relic right now. But maybe these other relics will be picked up. Like, I see green right now might be thinking about that. Why no Diplo for sudden death? I don't know. It just doesn't feel like as good a fit. We're obviously very used to Diplo, but Diplo for me is better with kings. When it's other settings, I don't like diplomacy as much. It's just kind of my preference over the years. So sometimes it's nice for people to just take their gloves off and try and kill each other, you know? Actually, I'm going to tell you why. Another, like, more specific reason is it really changes the gameplay in terms of how you can surprise someone. Like, look at Teal's position right now. He doesn't have information on both sides because he made an alliance. It's easier to snipe when it's not Diplo. Yes. So I think this makes it more likely people can be sneaky. And I like sneaky. But LC does say friends, and green says yes, but they can't actually ally each other. But they could make an agreement if they wish to be friends. And now yellow says down to trade orange. Guys! I just got finished explaining that this isn't diplomacy. They want to trade? I mean, it's happened before. And that could be helpful. There's a lot of outposting, though. I feel like the other people would see it. Great job with the outposts, especially purple. Purple's outposting the entire freaking map. And you want that, so you don't get surprised at all. The outpost in the middle is also very wise. We'll see. All right, chat. So, for those who watch the stream, you've probably heard the remix songs. I don't know if YouTubers will have heard this, but there's this one song where it's, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called The Siege Hearing, but I'm talking about how I hear the thud. Oh God, red is here. Red is here. Red is back. Sorry. We'll hold that thought. Red is back. And blue has got, oh no, don't tell me blue is dead. I mean, green's going to be happy about that, but oh no. Blue is nothing. Blue says the door is not held, nor the boar. The door, the boar, and yeah, I mean, I guess this was not walled. A palisade got attacked, the army gets in, and once the TC is down, hold the boar will be gone, and he is gone. And that was sudden. GG to Blue. Blue, I feel so bad. You were such a fun aspect of this game. The sad thing for you was just that you were next to another aggressive player. Green's going to be happy to hear that he's gone. And no one else will have any clue how that happened, by the way. You look at Yellow's perspective. Yellow doesn't have any freaking clue. Knows that Blue is here, but doesn't know how he died. But salutes to you, Blue. Okay, back to story time. So, there's a song. And, like, it's like excerpts of things that I said during a community game I played with these very settings. And I heard noises in the distance. And so what was happening was, I'm in Yellow's position, right? And I could hear the thud in the trees of onager cuts. So, I just happened to have like 8 monks with redemption. And I converted, I forget if I cut towards them or what. I think I did. I found 6 trebuchets and an onager. He was coming for my TC. I converted the onager, converted all the trebs, and rolled right back over to his town and killed him with his own trebs. Know what you're thinking? You're like, this sounds like a brag story. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's freaking epic. I'm still really proud of that. You can hear the onagers through the trees. Very important to know. That was a super fun game. Especially because I think I got killed later. No. I won that game. But then, like, every game after that, I had, like, 6,000 petards and trebs coming towards my TC. So. Blue's out of the game. Could take Blue's resources here if you're red. It's not a bad find. Imp has been in for a while now for gray. Oh. And Cornbread Crusader is going to crusade like an absolute god here. Red just passing with the knights. We've got Teutonic Knights and bombard cannons. And Red sees this, but honestly, Red should just let Gray be. Because Gray's not here for you. Gray is here for Purple. And that town center's not too far away. Now, Purple's going to need some siege or some archers here. I'm not sure Genoese crossbowmen are a great fit. And there's no blacksmith upgrades on these archers. That's a big problem. It's going to be so difficult to deal with these bombard cannons right now. Purple's going to be in an absolute panic. Gray with the Teutonic Knights on the front. Usually not very good against archers, but they have some armor. And the archers, they have 0 upgrades. Yikes. Oh, man. This is a problem for Purple. Purple put a lot of research into the username, but not into the blacksmith technologies. Archer ranges go down. Gray is still making a move. Now, does Gray move for the castle, or does Gray just go in for the TC? Because Gray could just go for the TC and kill him. But it's a little tough to move through there. He might actually want to take out the mining camp. Also, yellow is starting to attack teal. And then orange hasn't done anything yet, but we'll see. Yo, Justin, what's up, man? Thanks for the prime. Thank you, Flaws, for the prime. Thank you, Bizkit. Yeah, this is a problem for Purple. Gray's to be careful. Nervous times. Johnny getting flattened. Oh, man. Just even fletching would make me happy. Like, archers are so weak without blacksmith upgrades. Normally, archers are pretty good against Teutonic Knights, but not in this case. And the bombard cannons are going to make their way through. And this is the only thing keeping Purple alive right now. And that town center is going to go down, and Johnny Sins will join Hold the Boar in death. And he is gone. Now, it could be fun for Gray, as Gray could just keep moving, and Gray could move over to Teal. Teal's also pretty busy right now, trying to defend from Yellow. So there will be a big fight there. But Johnny's done. He's been finished. And it seems like he was like prepared with the base structure, but he was not prepared with the army. And he says, shoot, wrong movie, I guess. Yeah, he wasn't prepared. All right. So, again, players should be thinking about how to protect their TCs. Gray's got Teutons and has 3 castles surrounding that TC, so that's really good prep from Gray. Gray might just want to chill for a little bit. Over here, we've got traction trebs for the way. Hoping to defend against Cavalier and hand cannons. Very strong gold army from Yellow. We've yet to see anyone go for Onager. Nope, never mind. Change my mind. Green's got it here. Green might be thinking about it. Also, Ethiopians have more vision on their outposts, so Green can see a long distance into the trees. I think that the heavy Haeguang Cav can beat this. I think if there's a bit of patience from Pickled Cabbage, he waits a little bit longer, he can clear this. He actually has more vills than Yellow, and he and Yellow are the top 2 right now. Ooh, but now here comes Red. With some Cav Archers and some Cavalier. Now, Gray might be feeling really good about the Teutonic Knights because of the previous fight, but that was against a player who didn't have upgrades. And now there's some upgrades. The Teutonic Knights are tanky, but the Bombard Cannons are getting sniped. The Castle Villagers could be too. Yeah, Cav Archers aren't killing these things fast enough, but the Bombard Cannons have still gone down, so that's a decent enough loss. Ooh, and now Elite Teutonic Knights. They've got the updated helmets. Oh, man, Teal fighting back now with the Guang Cav. Snipes the Trebs as well. And most of the Cavalier go down. Guys, the way Cav is really good. I actually don't know if he's even fully upgraded. I feel like he's missing an armor upgrade. I think this Civ gets more armor than that. And the new noise is kind of still not something I'm used to. The I can't make the noise, but they're a weapon. And good work there from Teal. Now Teal is gonna have to push though. We're still wondering about Green, guys. Green's got the Onager, Green's got the Trep. Still wondering about Orange as well. Remember, Green and Orange said they're gonna be pals. Said they were not gonna fight each other at the very least. No trade ever started, by the way. I know that was discussed. It didn't happen. It feels like Teal and Yellow are close in terms of level. So this might be a pretty back and forth battle. There's a Trebuchet over here from Yellow. He might regret that because now the Traction Trebs could just take out your castle. You've kind of reminded your opponent, like, hey, we're over the wood line from each other, and now they can come take you. Deadly Cookie says, Way only go up to Chain Barding. Is Way the ones that get the additional melee armor with their unique tech? On their Cav? Or is that, I thought that was Way. Okay, but they just don't get plate barding. Okay. So then he does have full armor. I was wrong. I could have sworn they had more melee armor than what they have right now. Bombard cannons are not something that Tatars have access to. And Red is going to be jealous right now when he sees these bombard cannons. He snipes one, though. This is a big sacrifice, but that's worth it. He snipes two. But his Trebs go down as well, and there are still the Trebuchets there from Gray. And the Teutonic Knights still continuing to just absolutely shred here. Gray's an absolute animal. Also, it takes a lot of balls to go Teutonic Knights against Cav Archers. It's like one of the toughest units for Teutonic Knights to deal with because they've got the speed and the range. I don't know if Gray's going to be able to push much further, but that's pretty sick. Red needs to get heavy CA, and then there will be more damage there. Yeah, kind of called it, right? Teal now can attack the castle. So now Yellow's probably annoyed that he attacked in the first place. But Yellow is getting Paladin, which he didn't have before. And Paladin should be better than Teal's units. Should be much better than Teal's units, actually. And Gray kind of regrouping now. Still there's Orange. Still there's Green. In this type of game, you kind of want it to be quiet. You're okay not being part of the action for now. It's not about what your score is. It's not about what Twitch chat thinks. It's about being the last person standing. That is it. Also interesting how Green can kind of watch this battle with these outposts. Look at that. Could probably have watched that castle go down. And can see the battle elephants being massed as well from Orange. Which is honestly pretty scary for Green, but Green has halbs ready, just in case. Does Orange see Green? Not really. But an Onager cut could be imminent, and then the Trebuchets from Green are waiting. They could go directly for that TC. A defensive castle here from Teal, just in case Yellow comes through. The Traction Trebs will take out Yellow's Treb. Yellow doesn't really have a lot of siege after that Treb goes down. Remember, they're always at the limit with res because they're just one TC, so hard to bank up a lot. Unless you're not fighting. Like, Orange isn't fighting, so Orange has 3k gold. Red and Gray still not really ready to engage yet. My advice to you, Red, now you might just forget about heavy CA, but in this instance, don't spend any food on anything until you max out on the unit you're already making, right? So heavy CA is 900 food. I would really like to see that upgrade instead of the light cav. And then once that upgrade's in, then you can spend the excess food on the light cav. Guys, Does red know? Is red experienced? See, this is good. Not going to be good for red, but this is good for you guys who maybe haven't seen this in a while. He's completely forgetting about the fact that you can cut through the middle. This is why this setting has been such a classic. And gray starting to onager cut through, and red doesn't have any clue. Now, gray's going to take his time. He's going to gate this, because when he opens this up, he doesn't want the enemy to run through and kill him. But that's something to pay attention to. Yellow's castle still likely to go down. Yellow is Paladin, though, with hand cannons ready to fight on this side. But red is waiting to mass the trebs to probably push from this direction. Also, red is taking this gold. Red's doing a lot of good things. Green now onager cutting as well and slowly outposting. So where will green go? I think green's going to stick to the agreement they had with orange and not go for orange. Green could go anywhere. Okay, now listen. Okay, that's not accurate to the game. You should be able to hear that, unless they patched it. Normally, you can hear it in the Fog of War. Capture Age doesn't do that. I don't think they changed it. Anyways, you can hear it in the trees. Gray has not fully cut, and so the units from red can't come through. Red's going to have no clue. Red's just going to be completely shocked by this. Gray from behind the wood line, downtown, snipes it. And GG, top score out of the game. Just like that. That was a beautiful snipe from Gray. And red's going to be like, huh? Now, yellow, super paranoid. Super paranoid about this. Ready for the big fight. Looking here. Is not looking at this. No, green. Do not attack the houses. Just roll in. Don't attack anything. Be real subtle. Real sneaky. Nope. Keep moving. Do not attack a vilt. Move the onager back. Trust me. I've seen this. No! I've seen this so many times. I've seen that exact mistake so many times. Now yellow's going to get an attack notification. Now yellow notices. Now yellow notices. Click onto the TC. Click. Yeah. Wait. Green died. No way. No way. Orange came in with the elephants. Broke the treaty, by the way, which I'm sure green isn't happy about. And right before green was able to click onto that TC, green dies. Yellow's not going to be able to believe his luck. Yellow might not even fully realize what has happened. But green is dead. Well played from orange. Again, it's not a Diplo game, so you can say you're going to ally people. You never really can in the first place. And wow, dude, yellow's so lucky right now. Look, yellow's like, oh my god, he hasn't deployed the traps. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. And then maybe he realizes now? I'm wondering if he's going to attack the trebs. I'm wondering if he'll know. Green just says fudge. Yeah, onager cutting is king. Green, oh man, was bringing the biggest army as well. But orange didn't really know about that. Or maybe he did, but if orange thought about that, he should have waited, because yellow dying would be really good for him. But I guess yellow's still going to be so focused on teal. I think this opens up an opportunity for gray. Purple's gone. Red is gone. Blue is gone. Like, gray is in such a safe position. No one's ever going to attack here. So, I think gray would be my favorite to win the game right now. Oh, God. Hussars are through. And don't tell me that yellow's going to die like this. You know, yellow can't really repair with that many vills because the units are standing around. But I think yellow will be okay. The Hussars die. That TC needs to be repaired right away. And the bombard cannon's still kind of there to hold the position. But this is looking kind of awkward for yellow. Now that was just Hussar. Here come the Guang. And they're going to run back, actually. Meanwhile, onager cut from orange. Onager cut from orange. Should have seen it coming. And another onager cut. And yellow will die anyways. You cannot out-repair this many elephants. And another top score player is going to die. Yellow clicks his paladins onto teal's TC before he dies, though. They will continue to attack. if a player gives a command to their units, they will continue to act out that command even though they're dead. And from the dead, yellow will take teal. So this is a 1v1 now. And yellow said, teal, you're coming with me. Crazy. Well played. Damn. Yeah, see, that same thing would have happened with green. If green would have actually clicked the TC before death, yellow would have died earlier as well because the trebs would have continued to fire. All right, so gray was maybe already on the way. Gray does know that orange is over here. Orange does know gray is here. So I think they're going to meet in the middle. Like, that would be the most natural thing if they both onager cut. It's kind of funny to just randomly stumble upon a bunch of green units here. There is a little bit of a path pre-cut. This is where you need to have outposts everywhere. Orange is going to need to move these units out of the way. And, okay, Gray's kind of on the move. It'd be wild if they go a different path through the trees. And they see each other on the other side. By the way, I think Teutons are the better civ from here on out. But Orange has the better bank of resources. Economy counts are similar, but I see Orange is like 3k gold. Dead player units will attack back if you attack them, so that's what happened there. I would like to see Orange convert these trebs. You can do that instead of just destroying them, but hard to think about. Yeah, Gray walking forward and building outposts. And then Orange can't see this. This is so funny. Yeah, they do know where the other is. We just confirmed that. So they know the direction to go. Okay, Gray can see the elephants now. But what does he do? Does he just avoid them? Also, another pro strategy is to cut through people's bases. Instead of going through the middle, Orange could go through to green, through to where blue was, through to where red was. Like, no one's ever expecting the rush to come from a dead player's base. That is also something you could consider. Orange needs an onager here. Here it comes. T90, why don't people put up walls around their TC so no one can aim it with elephants and calves? It's a good suggestion. I think, again, we don't do a lot of sudden death. And when we do a lot more sudden death, people are doing those things because this is a conversation we have. And they get to see how other people die and think about it. So I think technically everyone should have done that. It's definitely a good move. I did that once, and then my farming villager dropped off food from the farm at the TC. And then it opened the gate, and then I died to paladins. So if you really want to be smart, you actually need to not farm around your TC or lock the gates. Does Orange see that? I don't know if he physically saw it, but okay, he sees the castle. Teuton Castle from downtown. All right, Gray's getting ready to move. And Orange's elephants are just kind of hanging out right now. LC maybe looking elsewhere. Took a lot of golds out here. I'm seeing a lot of villagers standing around. Yeah, Orange sees the castle. We'll probably mass up some trebs now. More elephants are coming this way. Maybe there was a move for him to go this way, but they pathed weirdly because of Green's walls. And here come the Caped Crusaders. The Elite Teutonic Knights. Elite Scorpion, or sorry, Heavy Scorpion's also a really nice play. Against elephants. I don't know, man. Like, these are 320 HP elephants. And the Capes only have 110 HP. For infantry, this is a very strong unit against elephants. But I might want to go with the thickness instead of the Cape here. We'll see. Gray seems really prepared. I think Orange isn't fully ready yet. I mean, then again, calling a player with 76 elephants unprepared seems a little inaccurate. The pathing here is probably better for the capes. Because they don't bump into each other as much. And we'll see if those scorpions come through. Also, keep an eye on the minimap, guys. There might be some sneaky trebs or something. I'm not seeing anything, though. Feels like it's just these two right now. Lycos, that's a really nice idea. I have some ideas for stuff like that in the future. 18 on gold for gray. Just 8 for orange. But orange has more banked. More food for gray. But more wood for orange. Very close game. Yellow says, was fun for my first commie game. Thank you. Dude, Yellow, what a way to go out. Like, he went from, no, I'm dead, to, okay, I'm pretty okay with this. I took Teal down with me. You can tell Gray is just trying to sneak towards that town center. Again, I love the outposts. And yeah, I think mixing in Halb, like mixing in a unit that doesn't cost gold tier is really necessary for Gray. I think the number of scorpions you need to feel like it's contributing is probably well over 10, like maybe 15 or 20. So Gray might need some patience. And orange is still messing up the trebs right now. And this is... What's the monk I need a monk taunt? Isn't that 18? This is such a great opportunity to heal up your elephants, man. I watched a 110 elo player wait 20 minutes to heal up a group of Persian elephants once. Would not move out without it. And here LC is just ready to fight. I think having a monk there to heal up would be nice. Oh, the bombard cannons sneak out from behind the walls. Orange didn't see that. Orange sees it now. And the bombard cannon, sneaky move. Oh, orange rolls away, and now the cannons are regretting their decision. But now the elephants are regretting their decision. Man, what a choke point. That's not a bad spot for the attack rounds on the bombard cannons. Damn. I mean, this is good. Like, how many elephants are actually attacking for orange right now? 4? Ooh, nice attack round from Gray. Another nice attack round from Gray. The scorpions are behind. Oh, orange is cooked here. Orange is cooked. That is not an engagement that he's going to be happy with. His trebs are getting sniped as well. The scorpions are just murdering the elephants behind. You couldn't have dreamt up an engagement that would have been better for Gray. Every single aspect of that was so nice. And I think orange realizes sometimes when you commit so much to a fight, you don't want to back up because you're just like... You don't want to... How do I word this? You know, you don't want to face up to the fact that your whole life was a lie, you know? So you just continue to take a crappy fight, even if it's probably not the best word, the best way to live your life. That's what that was. So, now, good on him, though. You know, he backed away before all his elephants died. He gets to rethink about things. And Gray slowly creeping in right now. Again, the scorpions were a big addition there. But the choke point was an important aspect. Orange, if you're going to fight, you got to fight, though. You just got to let your units do their thing. You can grab some of the elephants to go snipe the scorpions and the trebs. So some of them on front, and then some of them behind. There's still a lot of thickness there for these Ellies. Gray may be over-microing a little bit with his scorpions. Probably just needs to let them engage. Who's winning this? Gray seems to think he's winning this. Is he actually winning this? There's 6 trebs are ready to go. He's winning the fight. The trebs are ready to go for the castle. This might not be enough for orange. This is one town center economy. Elephants are so pricey compared to Teutonic Knights. Orange would need it to make a run for the TC somehow, but they're on opposite sides of the map. It's going to be tough. I'm not seeing any sneaky moves. And LC loses the castle. Types GG. The Teutonic Knights are here. The Scorpions are here. And yeah, I just don't think Orange has the units to deal with this. And I doubt, even if the unit was there, that Orange would have the resources. These elephants are so expensive here. What a great game from Gray. It's clear to me that this person has been around for, I don't know, maybe 60 months? Something like that. I think that's just a good number to go for. Maybe 60. And that TC is going to go down. There was no move being made on Gray. And the GG well played. Twitch chat, unfortunately, got a couple ads there right near the tail end. Sorry, Twitch chat. But Cornbread Crusader gets the job done. That was cool, man. I really like themed victories. Themed victories are sick. Where a player just sticks to a certain composition and does not deviate from it. We didn't see a single knight. Oh. Okay, he ruined it. He was making a couple scouts. But beyond that, we saw what people really want to see from the Teutons. The Teutonic Knights, the siege, the castles. And Gray was very smart. Was able to take down Johnny Sins. That one was maybe pretty easy compared to some of the others. The fight with Red looked like it was going to be very close, but used the experience to undercut through the trees. And then, obviously, the 1v1 battle seemed pretty tactical there versus LC. I think LC needed something other than elephants. I would have actually liked elephant archers a lot more. I don't know if Bengalis actually get Heavy Scorpion themselves, but Heavy Scorpion themselves would have been really good, too, as an option. But if we do this again, and obviously if this hits YouTube, please, if you like it, leave a like, leave a comment. Just give me an idea, right? I always have to go based on views and based on the feedback. But there's going to be way more onager cuts. The biggest mistake, or sorry, not the biggest mistake for Red, but the downside for Red is that we haven't done this a lot recently. And so it probably wasn't on Red's mind that someone could onager cut through the trees. And many people watching, they're going to realize now that that's possible. We might have everyone going through the middle next time. So, good game. Love me some sudden death. And I think that this map is actually the best sudden death map there is. Another one I really like is Bedouins. Because Bedouins has the 2 TCs, and there can be some crazy games there. But yeah, GG well played. Gray got a lot of kills this game too. Just kind of dominated, honestly. And like I said, took a couple players with them. All right. So everyone feeling good for Gray. Cornbread Crusader feeling really happy. I hope so. Because who should know better than to resub on the channel before the game ends? But someone who has been subscribed for 60 months. There's 2 minutes left, potentially. It's the final fight. I've built up this entire game, and I cannot wait for everyone to see how it finishes. And then freaking Cornbread Crusader comes in with the resub right before the final fight's going to take place. Bro, you couldn't have waited like 2 to 3 minutes? That is one of my biggest pet peeves. All right? Please, I have a spec delay. Don't show up into my chat or resub or spoil. Please, just wait. You're not the only one, but I'm being more harsh with you because 5 years, okay? 5 years of me complaining about people doing that, you've got to listen to. And you still did it anyways. All right, do we have memes for this? Orange is actually one of the biggest memers in the meme channel. Hold on. We do have some memes. As always, meme review 1 through 11 for the memes. Thank you. We just have a couple here. Yeah, this has been DE for me today. I think I shaved off a year or 2 of my life trying to set up games today. And the title of the stream says I will not abandon thee, and DE has been screwing us over today. So thank you for that game. Here's the next meme. So I think this is because I missed people dying back to back to back. I was telling stories because I didn't expect aggression. I'm very sorry. But I'm not sure I fully get the meme. Someone says Australian politics meme. What? This is Australian politics? I don't follow politics, and I certainly don't follow Australian politics. This is a dud? Okay, well, I mean, we got an 11 or 2. That's good. Okay. Um, honestly, I just laugh every single time I see this because that dude's face is hilarious. But this is really good. As the two players are going past each other. That's really good. It doesn't matter the format or the text. This is always good for me. Still a good meme. This is more of a generalized meme because Eel Evan makes a lot of memes in the meme channel. And it's gotten to the point now where people make memes about people's meme personality in the Discord. So the options are make a meme, type that you were too lazy to make a meme about T90 streaming Bug Splat Definitive Edition, thinking about a meme, don't make a meme. Okay. That was good effort there. This is the best one. No one expects the Teutonic Elephant Grinder. That's really good. Who made this one? This is by far the best.